Time for Techno BS clip. I think we just have to go to that one, don't we? Yeah, I think we just have to go straight to that clip. Okay. Here we go. Here's the clip. So, as I've said before, I don't really get involved in US politics, but there is this idea going around that because one polling station in, I think it was like one state, they had Starlink. People are like arguing that Starlink is, firstly, some people seem to think Starlink is a voting machine, which is not what it is. It's an ISP. Other people seem to think that the voting machines have an internet connection, which they also don't have. And some people seem to think they tally the votes over Starlink, which they also don't do. No, I've not watched the... Wait, no, we did do the bog video. Yeah, we did that, I did that last week. It will be uploaded soon. Now, normally I would not care to watch a clip like this, but it's just nonsense technobabble. So, welcome to the world of TikTok.
Hi, you guys. Look, I really debated whether or not I was going to sit here and talk about this.
You shouldn't have. You genuinely shouldn't have.
It long and hard yesterday. I know that this is probably going to cause controversy, or this is going to cause whatever. And to be quite honest with you, I'd much rather lose and people know than not do anything.
How's level, by the way?
On it, okay? This was brought to my attention yesterday from a friend of mine. His name is Mr. Wheezy, I'm sorry. Mr. Wheezy 100, and he's an engineer. I'm not going to get into information about him, okay? And he brought this to my attention because, you know, he also understands that, you know, I have my CCIE. You know, I've been a programmer and a network.
What is CCIE? Let me just see this. CCIE. This is a Cisco certification. I'm going to fact check every single thing she says. So this is a Cisco expert certification. Average US salary CCIE. Okay, she at least looked up what. Wait, what do you have your CCIE in? Because CCIE is like a collection of certifications. Okay. Issue number 1 does not clarify what CCIE she apparently has. I'm an engineer. I know, I'm an engineer as well.
Because, you know, he also understands that, you know, I have my CCIE. You know, I've been a programmer and a networker for the past...
A networker? Is there a single network engineer that refers to themselves as a networker? I don't think so.
Past almost 11 years, you know, for networking and computers and all those, you know, all those other things.
Yes. You've been I want to hear that again.
You know, I've been a programmer and a networker for the past almost 11 years, you know, for networking and computers and all those, you know, all those other things.
She knows so little about networking that the only example for networking she can come up with is networking. And what is she a programmer for? Computers. Good start.
With that being said, it was brought to my attention, and I'm gonna, at the end of this video, make sure you watch the whole entire thing, please post it, boost it, because
I'm absolutely gonna post it, for sure.
I'd rather lose and, you know, lose whatever I need to in order to get the information out than to not say anything and sit on it, because I absolutely fucking refuse to be like this. This is a give back to my dad and, you know, everything that he went through. Anyways. With that being said, he sent me a video letting me know that California and other swing states were...
California and other swing states. Now, I'm not a US election professional, but I'm pretty sure that California is not a swing state. I'm pretty sure California is as blue as you can get. Let me just see the results for this year. I think the only place bluer than California is No, it's bluer than Washington. Yes, it's... California is bluer than Washington. Okay. My favorite swing state, sure. New York? Nope. Bluer than New York. Oh, wait, Vermont. Vermont and Massachusetts. Both of those are bluer. So there's 2 states that are bluer. Anyway. Not a swing state, by the way.
Able to use Starlink in order to tally up and to count ballot votes or voting ballots in their state, okay?
Which is not what they're using it for. What they're using Starlink for is as a internet connection so they can communicate with other polling sites.
There's a multitude of issues with that, and I'm going to explain to you why. And I will explain to you in layman's terms, because you have to understand when it comes to computer programming jargon, you guys are not going to understand what the flying F I'm fucking talking about, okay?
Yeah, because you don't either. Here is where it gets very fun. This is where I stopped watching. I was like, I have to watch this on stream.
So anything that you guys don't understand or you want more clarification from, please message me. I have no problems explaining it to you. With that being said, okay, you also have to understand that when it comes to Starlink, okay, Starlink is a, it's an IPv4, it's an IPv6. Basically what that means is that it's a specific satellite link-up system.
Oh my god. See why I had to watch this on stream? Now, for anyone who's a moron, I have a feeling everyone watching this on stream knows what IPv4 is. IPv4 just means your IP address, right? This is an IPv4 address. Now, an IPv6 address, that is this right here. No, let me type. IPv6 is this right here. Basically the... Oh, they take me to the same page? Wait, do you have an example image here? Yes, here we go. The IPv6 is just a bigger IP range. That's all IPv6 is. Nothing special about it, because IPv4 is it was a big enough range for the 90s. But we've kind of run out of IPv4 addresses. And that's a problem, because we have not run out of computers that want to be on the internet. Yeah. It is not a satellite link-up system. That is not what it is at all.
That sends...
Wait, look, okay, let's go
You
back.
also have to understand that when it comes to Starlink, okay, Starlink is a, it's an IPv4, it's an IPv6.
Technically, it does. You know what? I'll grant her that it gives you an IPv4 address. Where's IPv5? I actually don't know why it's IPv6. I'm sure I could look into the IEEE standards. What happened to IPv5? I guess... Okay, I guess there was a standard. It was never the official protocol, though. I'd never even bothered to look into that.
Basically, what that means is that it's a specific satellite link-up system.
It's not that.
Sends signals to whatever it's hooked up to. Doesn't matter what it is, like a normal internet connection, right?
Well, not like a normal internet connection. It literally is a normal internet connection. All it is a satellite internet connection. Yes, okay.
With that being said, 2 things. Number one.
Okay.
Number one,
2 things.
why in the flying freaking flap, okay?
The flying flap. Yep, okay.
We're voting fucking voting ballot boxes or whatever, the places where you go to fucking vote.
Polling centers.
Why were they connected to the internet?
Because there are polling stations they want to keep in contact with. And they want to send the voting numbers between the different places so they know how much That's why. They count the numbers locally, and then they send it out to, like, news agencies and other places that want to know the numbers. That's why. So you don't have to send a person to each of the polling stations to get the numbers.
There is absolutely zero reasons as to why those systems were connected to the internet.
The voting machines weren't. The polling stations were, though.
Those machines have absolutely no problem tallying up votes like they have done since the beginning of time.
I think she's confused about what the internet connection's being used for. They're not... The voting machines don't have the internet connection. It's so the people working there are able to communicate with the other people. This is already good.
Now all of a sudden he wants to come in here and talk about, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and help you because I know, there's a lot more people voting and it's going to be difficult, this and this and that. There's not a lot of people that volunteer to help, blah, 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 blah. Let me help you to tally up the votes.
He's not helping you. Is this the intelligence of the average American? Like, honest question, is this the intelligence of the average American?
In order to be able to help you guys and make things easier for you. Oh, what a sweetheart you are.
If Starlink didn't provide them a connection, they would have just used mobile data from, like, Verizon or AT&T or whatever. Like, it's just another internet connection, or they would have, like, a Comcast line. Unfortunately.
What a sweetheart you are. But for those of us who know the business, we're not...
For those of us who know the business, yes, the business of IPv4 and IPv6, the satellite link-up protocols, yes.
Dumb. Okay? So again, you have to understand that when it comes to Starlink, okay, Starlink is a tri-band FI6 system.
Holy shit, she is just saying words. Holy shit, she is just saying words, isn't she? I want to know her explanation for what that means. So I want to know.
You have to understand that when it comes to Starlink, okay, Starlink is a tri-band FI6 system. Okay, like I said before, it sends signals to whatever it's hooked up to and bounces back and forth, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
Okay? So again, you have to understand that when it comes to Starlink, okay, Starlink is a tri-band FI6 system.
Tri-band FI6. Okay, let's look up her Technobabble. I assume this literally just means this is just like a Wi-Fi standard. I don't even know what FI6 is. I literally have I cannot find anything for FI6. Now, here's what it says for tri-band versus dual band. What are Wi-Fi bands? Wait, let's search tri-band. Two popular options when shopping for routers are dual band and tri-band routers. A tri-band, let's see. So Wi-Fi bands refer to specific frequency ranges wireless networks use to transmit data. A dual band router operates on, okay, I see. So dual band operates on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Tri-band, meanwhile, adds a 5 gigahertz band to the mix. Oh, so, okay, it's just three. It's just yeah, it's just... Yeah, you just have another communication band. Okay, I see. The advantages of tri-bands. Tri-band routers elevate the Wi-Fi experience by adding an additional 5 gigahertz band, a feature that epitomizes tri-band advantages. The extra band acts as an exclusive highway for high bandwidth activities. Okay, so yeah, it's just a way to have more bandwidth. Okay, yeah, cool. I still don't know what FI6 is. If you can find me what FI6 is, does she mean Wi-Fi 6?
To Starlink, okay? Starlink is a tri-band FI6.
Maybe she means Wi-Fi 6? Wait. Did she copy half a word down? No way that's what she did. Oh, that's actually incredible.
System, okay? Like I said before, it sends signals to whatever it's hooked up to.
Yep.
It bounces back and forth, and this is that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Basic system, highly intelligent AI process system, right?
There's no AI in there, none at all.
And bounces back and forth, and this is that. You know what I'm saying? It's a basic system, highly intelligent AI process.
So it's a basic system, highly intelligent AI system. Is it a basic system or is it a highly intelligent AI system? She's got to be reading off some AI generated text? No, because if it was AI generated text, it would be way more coherent, considerably more coherent. ChatGPT is not going to generate something like this. Like, if you generated off ChatGPT, you would get something that actually made way more sense.
System, right? And with that being said, it's amazing, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to take away the fact that this man is a genius, okay? And I will say that, but genius in a lot of ways.
Whatever.
Again, with that being said, you also have to understand that when you are using a Linux operating system, which is what Starlink also is. No,
Starlink is an ISP. Its router probably is Linux based, like every single other one on the planet. Yes, some are BSD based, but for the most part.
A lot of ways. Again, with that being said, you also have to understand that when you are using a Linux,
I like how she also says Linux. She doesn't even know what the word is.
Operating system, which is what Starlink also is. Okay. This is gonna be difficult to explain, but I'll try.
As if you know what you're saying. I love how she's like pretending like she's like has to dumb it down for people to understand. Aren't most routers BSD? Maybe they're most BSD. I love how she's pretending like she has to dumb it down.
The best that I can.
Okay.
When you are sending signals back and forth.
Okay.
To
yep.
Expel or to read information, right?
Expel information. What? Expel or read? Do you mean input and output? Expel, okay?
The information that's being read, it's not normal information. So in other words, it's not a normal internet connection. Like irregular internet connections, it's a broad span of all different types of fucking information. Doesn't matter what it is, what you're looking up, 50,728 fucking things that come in and out of the fucking signal and processes it and allows it to bounce back and fucking tell you whatever fucking answer that you need, right? Okay, straight.
Right.
Now, with Linux systems.
Right, with Linux systems, okay. with our Linux system, what are we capable of doing? Tell us.
There is no fucking way. Unless you are processing different systems and different programming to the Linux BIOS in order to fucking bounce back the information that you're getting.
Okay. Okay, we didn't process this one again. Okay, that she said a lot of nothing there.
There is no fucking way.
No fucking way.
Unless you are processing different systems.
Unless you are processing different systems, okay.
And different programming to the Linux BIOS.
The Linux... Does she mean BIOS? I think she means BIOS. But she doesn't know the word. But Linux is not a BIOS. Linux isn't... it's a kernel, but it's an operating system as well. The BIOS is at a lower level. Uh-huh.
In order to fucking bounce back the information that you're getting. In other words, the information that you're getting has to be the same repetitive fucking thing. So in other...
What? Wait. It has... I genuinely don't even know what she's trying to say. So... I think what she's saying is unless you write a specialized application, if you send data into a Linux system, the only thing it's going to return back to you is duplicated data. I think that's what she's saying. I think. I'm not certain though.
In other words, if you're gonna process this and you're going to tally up whatever, right? It's only going to process one specific thing. In other words, so let's say you're going to separate it, right? Okay, we're only going to separate this system so that way it only reads Dem votes, or it only reads, Republican votes, or only reads, Libertarian votes, or whatever.
Sorry, what?
Dem votes, or it only reads, Republican votes, or only reads, Libertarian votes.
What is that last thing she said?
Dem votes, or it only reads, Republican votes, or only reads, Libertarian votes, or whatever, right?
I think she's trying to say libertarian. I think that's what she's saying.
To separate each one in order to count things correctly in order for that to be correct, right?
You have to separate it to count it correctly to ensure that it's correct. Okay. Okay, so I think what she's trying to say... She's a moron, but I think what she's trying to say is... In a single-threaded application, you're only able to count a single type of data? I'm trying hard here to even work out what she's saying.
Okay, we're only going to separate this system so that way it only reads Dem vote.
Also, she's still confused about what Starlink is doing. It's not connected to the voting machines.
Or it only reads, Republican votes, or only reads, Libertarian votes, or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
To separate each one in order to count things correctly in order for that to be correct, right?
Right.
No.
Yeah, no, you are right there. No. Yes, that's... No.
You have to understand, Linux systems do not work that way. It is a 4x4 minim system.
What is that? Wait, what? A what? I think she's talking about race conditions? Maybe. But I feel like if you tell her about race conditions, she's gonna start thinking you're talking about something racist. Okay, I need to hear that again. What did she say?
To understand, Linux systems do not.
They do not, yes.
Work that way. It is a...
That you're correct. They do not work that way. You are correct. They do not work that way.
4x4 minim system that only fucking works bilateral based on what information it's fed.
What are you saying? What does any of that mean? Okay.
It is a 4x4.
Okay, it's 4x4. Okay. We need to start building a chart here. Okay, let's open up GIMP. Okay. We need to start putting together a chart here to understand this. Okay, so here we go. That'll work. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'll put that over there. Cool. So it is a 4x4. Okay, so it's a 4x4.
For Muno-Minim system.
Muno-Minim. Okay. Muno-Minim. Muno-Minim? Muno-Minim. What it... Four by four...
Work that way. It is a 4x4 Muno-Minim.
Muno-Minim? What in the world is she trying... What could she possibly mean? Muno-Minim. Muno-Minim. What? Immutable? Minimal?
System that... Wait. It is a 4x4 Muno-Minim system that only fucking works bilateral.
Okay, we'll save this for now. So it's a 4x4 Muno-Minim. Make that black. Yeah, okay. 4x4 Muno-Minim. Okay, put it back like that. 4x4 Muno-Minim.
Based on...
Right, she said bilateral. Bilateral, okay. Okay, so... having or relating to two sides. Involving two parties. Do we have a good image for bilateral? Okay, yeah, that'll work actually. That'll work. So bilateral.
What information system that only fucking works bilateral based on what information it's fed. One thing to bounce back. So if you're counting something, it can't separate them. Is this making sense for you?
No. Is this making sense for any of you? No.
You can't separate what it's counting. So, with that being said, he would have had to...
It's okay. Okay, so here's where we're at. It's a 4x4 Muno-Minim bilateral system. Maybe she doesn't know what schedulers? Does she not... Does she think that, like, a single... Wait, does she think that, like, a single-threaded system can only operate on one type of data? I think our key here is what... I think our key is what Muno-Minim means. If we can work out what Muno-Minim means, I think we can work out the key.
Separate his processing system. He would have had to have sent 3 different types of gens. Gens are different operating systems that separate between the linkage signal, right?
Like, different generations of... What? What? You'd have to... I have to hear that one more time.
Being said, he would have had to separate his processing system. He would have...
Okay, so I guess you'd have to use different variables, right? Right. I think that's what she's saying.
Had to have sent 3 different types of gens.
Gens. 3 different types of gens. This is becoming less coherent? You're correct. Maybe we should talk about different compatibility issues between point releases? I think that's too far.
Gens are different operating systems.
Maybe. Actually, you might be onto something.
That separate between the linkage signal, right?
The link, yeah, okay, the link is... Wait, is she talking about, like, different bands of Wi-Fi? Because, like, she did bring up the tri-band system before. So you would need to send the data over the different the different radio bands.
In order to switch what it's doing. So, with that being said, okay, he sent it down, he read a certain amount of certain votes, right? Sure,
right.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess so?
But that's not what the fuck you did. The whole entire time that you were using this system and you were using it to tally votes, you were using a Linux system. It doesn't split.
It doesn't split. Is she saying that I I don't even know what she's trying.
It doesn't split. So how...
But I have the split command right here. I think it does split. There's like, if I can just go man split. Like I can split. Wait, what? I don't... What are you saying? What are you saying? I think you need to have... Here's my thought. I think you need to have a IQ test to be able to use the internet. That's obviously a joke. But I'm not entirely against it.
When the fuck were you counting things correctly? When you weren't even able to separate what it was that you were counting? Is this making sense to anybody? No?
No, it's not.
Maybe I don't, bro. I'm fucking telling you. And not only that, this is why the numbers don't make sense.
Do you want to know something crazy? Do you want to know the craziest possible thing? Go and watch a flat Earth video. And yes, it's nonsense. And yes, it's bullshit. And yes, the Earth is not flat. But the internal logic of a flat Earth video is so much more coherent than what I'm listening to here. Like, flat earthers make sense compared to what I'm listening to here. I would be convinced to be a flat earther after watching this video.
This is why the numbers don't make sense. And the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because, first of all, you had guaranteed states that were going to turn blue and didn't.
That's because people voted differently. They're not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed to be blue. People vote. And also, the states that went red are the swing states. The states that they're called swing states because they swing.
Then you have millions of fucking, things that are missing. Now you have
millions of things that are missing. Does she mean that there's less people that voted this time? People voted less this time because it wasn't COVID. They weren't at home. They didn't have, you didn't just have people doing mail-in votes.
Fucking people that are all over the fucking United States that are looking up their things and are stating that they were not fucking received or processed.
I did hear about this. I don't actually know how legitimate that is. That could be entirely fair. I don't actually know about that. I doubt millions, though.
Do you fucking get what I'm saying here?
No. No.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because this right here is bullshit.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how smart of a programmer you are. You cannot splice your own networking system to do what it's not designed to do.
You cannot splice your own networking system to do what it's not designed to do. I think you can do exactly that. You cannot splice your own networking system to do what it's not designed to do. We're just gonna move on.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
If you don't, again, message me and I'll explain it to you even further. I only have a couple more minutes. I want to play this video for you. If I don't have enough time to play the whole thing, I will repost it or I will send it to you, my fucking...
What does she think networking means? I don't know.
Fucking self. And not, like I said, and then the places that he sent Starlink to were only to swing states.
Including California. The swingiest of states.
Man. Come the fuck on, bro. I'm gonna play the video for you now. You guys fucking tell me how you feel about it. Please repost this and get it out. I don't give a fuck if I...
She's a Cisco expert, apparently.
Share it with the fucking masses, bro. Fucking please. Because everybody deserves to know.
I feel like this is how it feels after you've done Galaxy Gas. My brain cells... Yeah. Wait, here's a comment. Some of us know how Linux works. She's on point. Something is very much so off, and they know we know. What the fuck is Galaxy Gas? Branded whippets. Well, that's a video. I'll post that for you guys to listen to. Yeah. I don't think she said anything. Like, I actually don't think she said a single thing in that video. I'll be back in a sec. I'll let you guys, ponder whatever just happened. I still don't know what Munominum means. I have no idea. I literally have no idea what the hell she's saying. The only thing I'm pondering right now is the bilateral brain... the bilateral brain removal I feel like I need now. Galaxy Gas, the end result of me eating jalapenos mixed with cheese. Yes, you definitely gonna generate some Galaxy Gas then. I think we need to watch something that's less mind-numbing. Something that's not gonna fucking drain my brain anymore.